All right. I think I'm live. Let me test this. Okay, I've got the volume up. Hopefully, we can hear me. So, I will wait for some people to come in before I get started. All right. And let me make sure I can actually, let me see here. I want to be able to read the chat, guys. So let me find a way to scooch over the screen a little bit. Maybe on the X of these other ones. Okay, let's try this. See, okay, there we go. Let's see if I can get this scooted over a little bit. Okay. Yeah, like this. Okay. I got this scooched over a little bit here. All right. Hey, Premier Hell, how are ya? How's it going? Good to see you, and thanks for hanging out. It's gonna be an interesting live stream, at the very least. Yeah, no, I'm doing good too. Thank you. I'm a little excited, a little nervous about the stream because I'm going to focus on my energy on a missing boy who's been missing for quite a while. So it's going to be an intense live stream. Yay. See, I gotta make sure I can still see the chat part here. Hold on. Okay. Always, always is a fun stream. Well, I do my best. This will be a little different, but nonetheless, I'm gonna do my best. So, hi, how are you? May you be at peaceful and at ease. Oh, welcome. How are you doing? Aw, you're so sweet, Premier Hell. Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice of you. So very nice of you. Okay. All right. Yes, may you be peaceful and at ease. Yes, thank you. I'm doing good too. Glad to be here. Yes. All right. All right, I'm going to just start with just grounding my energy and focusing my attention. And then for those who are, yeah, right, it sounds like a pretty glass, it's just glass. So for those who are probably looking for one of my more like traditional live streams, I may, choose to do a live stream, following this one. But I want to at least keep this particular stream just focused on the topic based on the title. All right. That way they could be, separate. Okay. So, yes, let me just go ahead and start with my breathing here. And I'm just grounding my energy, guys, that way that I'm in the most natural state that I possibly be in for this particular reading, okay? So I do have my cards that I will be using for the readings, okay? And for those who are new to my channel or to me in particular, I do readings not every time I go live, but I typically do them just when I feel um, energetically called to do them. I typically do not do a lot at all true crime, so and there's a reason for that. It typically comes with a very dense and heavier energy, and there and not only do true crime readings come with denser and heavier energy when they're happening in the moments or in the midst, they're carrying even like more um, deeper and heavier energy. Okay, so it does take quite a bit out of any person um, to conduct readings at that level. Okay, so, yeah, yeah, and thank you guys for hanging out and joining me. Thank you. What does that count? What is that? What is? Oh, don't download the countdown. What is that? Okay. So I just want to shuffle my cards. Okay, I've got several decks that that I purposely chose for this particular live stream. All right. So I'm just going to shuffle the ones I'm going to be working with for this reading. Let me see if I can also angle it like this, or maybe reposition myself just a little bit. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, okay. All right. I'm already getting I'm already getting quite warm, so. But I do feel called to do this. That's why I'm doing this. I did meditate on this decision, and I've checked with my spirit guides and the angelic realm, so that's where I'm at, okay? All right. Does anybody here who is hanging out here in the chat while I'm shuffling and getting acclimated with the decks here, are you guys familiar with Gannon? You may or may not be, and that's okay, because I typically don't even discuss at all true crime here on my channel, so I know, but I do know that some people do keep up with some of those things. So I would like to know if anyone here does, so that we can all hold the energy for him at the same time as well. Hi, Janzo. How are you? Okay. Jane Doe says, I'm actually very glad you're doing this. Oh, are you? I've not seen you here before. So thank you for coming and hanging out here during this. Have you been here maybe? Maybe I've missed it. I don't know. I always appreciate new people coming in. I know we're being so quiet, but I understand why we are. Okay. Right there. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm warm and I'm really feeling some energy. So hi, Cinnamon Hot. How are you? I'm glad you're doing well. So I was asking the chat here. I know we're all being kind of on the quiet side, including myself. If anybody here that is hanging out with us this moment is familiar with the missing boy, Gannon Stauch. If you are, you are. If not, that's okay. Your energy is still welcomed here to hang out during this process too. Hi, Diane. How are you? Good to see you again. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I am being on the quiet side because it is a very delicate and sensitive subject for me, at least. So I'm doing good, Diane. How are you? How are you doing? You're good now? All right. Yay. It's always awesome. Very awesome. Very awesome. Good. Very good. Yes, it is so puzzling. So what I'm going to do in this stream is I'm going to go through some additional information. Well, I've never even spoken about the case here publicly. But I'm going to go through some, I guess, to me would be additional information that has kind of been lingering along my consciousness. And I will pull some cards from the decks I have that I purposely selected for this reading here, okay? And that's what we're gonna do, all right? Yay. You're so sweet, Premier Hell. Diane, you were sad this weekend? Oh. Sometimes we have that. I know I do. All right. I wrote down my insights so I didn't kind of ramble too much and get off track, okay? I did that. All right, let me decide where I'm going to begin with all that first. I know what I'd like to say. I haven't quite thought out the order of it all, and I allowed myself that freedom to be in natural flow with this process. So I like to also just allow my own energies to be present with what I'm going to be talking about, so that it's just fluid. All right. Yes, I'm in hot. And Love says, Gannon has touched my heart. So sad. Yes. I think that he has touched so many people's hearts. It's it is very sad. It is very sad. It is very sad. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get started in just a minute. Let me just make sure I've got ice in here, because when I get started, I don't wanna get back up again, okay? So let everyone know, in case they think I'm missing. I'm not missing. I'm just getting ice for my cup so that I don't overheat. All right, guys. But that way you have something kind of cool to look at. I will, not that it won't take me more than like maybe 30 seconds to get my ice, but if you guys want the cards I'll be using, they're down here. Look. Uh-oh, can we see them? Okay. So I will be pulling from these decks when I do the reading. Okay. What's hot? All right. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna get my ice. That's it. Because when I get started, I'm probably not gonna get off my seat. All right. Ooh. Oh, my ice is flying everywhere. All right. Okay. All right. Last time I dropped myself ice, I almost twisted my ankle on it. So I'm not doing that this time. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. I did say prayers. I did sage. I did all that. So we're gonna just roll with the energy, okay? All right, get my spray can. Spray up. I'm not gonna get up again. All right. All right, thank you guys. I'm here. Okay. All right, this will work. Thank you guys. Being patient with me there. Okay. Thank you guys. Jane Doe, yes. Riley Day, hi. New sub. You'll be listening. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for being new here to the channel. And thank you for joining us, okay? Oh no, wow. I had no idea, Jane Doe. Carly Gross. Let me see if I can make sure I can read everything properly here. Had always broken your heart. Still missing? Wow. How many years have they been missing? I know some of these cases are very difficult. Very difficult. So I think what I'm going to start off with is um, 1 year, Jane Doe. Wow. Wow. It breaks my heart when there's children involved. I mean, like every mother and person, we all have a soft spot for children. We all do. I think it's a motherly instinct. Cinnamon Hot says, I'm blown away by the Lori and Chad missing kids. Yeah. That is very interesting, like how those children have been missing and the parents haven't. Disclose where they're at or anything like that. All right. I'm getting some insights, but I'm gonna place the camera because I'm not on StreamYards where I can like put my avatar up. So I'm just gonna place this down again here just for a moment, guys. I just wanna tap into my energies, my own energies with this process here, okay? Okay. All right. I definitely feel pressure inside my head, so. All right, guys. Thank you guys for bearing with me. We're gonna get started here in just a moment. I just like to ground my own energies here and be present before we get started, okay? Okay. Inhale. Okay. I will come back on the camera. I will. So I'm not going to keep you guys here the whole time. Unless, of course, you want to be there. If you're here and you support the channel, I would so appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Really helps support me in the channel and the community here. It would mean a lot. So thank you if you're willing to do that for me. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay, just do the breathing again. And I can't rush these things, guys, so I appreciate you for being patient here. I'm not stalling. I'm just here tapping into the energies. I just want to let everyone know that's what I'm doing, okay? So I appreciate you bearing with me as I'm allowing the energies to come through, okay? I can't rush these things. I can't force them. I can't make something come through that doesn't want to come through. I have to be patient and an open vessel during this process for things to be natural and fluid and flow, okay? So I really appreciate you guys being patient. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Tanamera. Thanks. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. Okay. Okay. Let me stand up here for a minute here. Uh-oh. Okay. 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 So I think how I'm gonna do it the best way. Sorry. I think the best way to get this going here is I'm not gonna start and brief anybody on this case because that's not what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna pretty much begin from like this experience, okay? Um, and it'd be too much to fill you guys in on previous experiences because it would just be a little too much. But so we're gonna start with, from this moment on. Well, from this stream forward. I've not discussed the case ever publicly, really, like on my channel or anything like that. Um, I did discuss it on a different channel. I can put that link in the description after the live stream. I'll try to timestamp that. So if you guys want to hear what I had to say on that stream, you're welcome to do that. I don't want to really go over what I did there. I want to just bring forth whatever insights, information is coming through. And yeah, take it from there, okay? And yes, I'm honest. I'm a little bit nervous because the case is, I don't really have quite all the words for the case, but anybody who has watched the case or has, followed it, I'm sure understands the heaviness and the complexity and all that stuff, okay? Hi, Sandra. How are you? Okay. Thank you. Oh gosh. Yes, thank you, Tana, Mara. I do need support. I don't usually do live streams like this. So it's definitely an adventure, I guess. But I'm doing this based on what my spirit guides have called me to do for this particular scenario. It's out of my comfort zone. So I'm doing my best to be brave. Really, I'm doing my best to be brave. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I mean, I don't, I guess there's a lot of fear that I experience when I tap into this energy. I know that's Gannon's fear, and that's so petrifying to me. And so I'm constantly reliving that fear, that pain, and that anxiety, and that panic that he must have been going through. And so I'm naturally going to experience those energies. And so, like I'm almost like tormenting myself a little bit here. So yes, so thank you for understanding what I'm going to go through as I do my best to kind of go over the insights I've got, and then do some reading with the cards. Okay. Thank you, Riley. Thank you, Jenzy. Yes, yes, do. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and move the camera back over here now. I'm ready to talk. Uh-oh. Okay. They laid on thick. So I have to make sure I timestamp this video so that when people want to tune into the restream, they're not like, well, this woman took like however long to get to the reading part, but I can't help that. So let me see if I can not timestamp it, but is there a way to do that? I'm not sure. Okay, so how long? I don't even know how long it's put in here. Well, I can do it later. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. We're gonna get started now. Okay. Uh, well. Hi, Enlightened. Hi. Hello, Arby. Hi, welcome. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. Francesca, good to see you again. Arby, no, I am not a Taurus. I'm a Scorpio. I have major Scorpio in my chart, like major Scorpio. Hi, Just Joy. Like literally, Tali. Hi, how are you? Yes. Well, for me, my entire body gets even hotter than I'd like it, and I'm already a warm person. Like I'm very thermal, my body, and this only heightens it to the maximum. big time. All right. So, like I said, and not like, so, okay. So normally I don't like to come into something, or not come into, normally I like to kind of give some back information or set the tone, but that's too much at this point. It's just too much. So I'm going to just start with wherever we're at here, okay? What do I think about Geminis? Or what do you think about Gemini? Well, I can't read the whole, hold on, let's make sure I can see the whole chat here as best I can. If you think, what do you think? If you think, I'm not sure what you mean by that, RB, but I don't know what that means. Okay, guys, I don't know what that means. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I like all the zodiac signs, guys. I like them all. They all have their own really cool traits and attributes. So, okay. I'm going to focus here, okay? I'm going to focus here because that's what this is about. I'll get sidetracked, so I'm going to focus on my, I'm going to focus here. A different stream, we can talk about other things, okay? I promise. I always love astrology. I love astrology. It's like one of my favorite things, but all right. All right. I want to be respectful and focus on what we're doing here for this. All right. So all right. So maybe I should at least share the physical experiences that I felt from Gannon. I think I should start there. I won't go into too much detail, but I think I should at least start there because I think I want to at least give some small background. Otherwise, people are like, what is she doing on this channel? She doesn't even talk about crime cases. But okay, so just in case people are here, I should probably try to play one small clip, the one where he's in pain. I think I should. I'm feeling a lot of energy. My heart's racing, actually. So, okay. I don't remember who had that actual one, but I thought that Blender did. I think so, guys. No, it's not personal. I mean, I don't have any personal connection to the missing child. I'll see if I can find that real fast. I'm so sorry. And I'm feeling my ears again. All right, hold on, guys. And I know I didn't. Just bear with me, okay? God, okay. Let me see if I can find this. Let me see, and hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this. Hold on. Let me see when this starts. I want to play this.
End where it sounds like it. It's like right now.
Hold on. Let me step this way to make sure that I can actually play this part, okay? Hold on. I don't know if I can. I don't want to play the whole video here. Let me just make sure when it starts here. Hold on.
Sounds like he's in pain.
Hold on. Oh, God. Okay, I got it. Okay. Whew, sorry. I'm just really feeling the energy, and so it's scaring me a little bit. It is scaring me a little bit, okay? Okay. I'm gonna probably use the screen. I'm gonna just play it from my phone just to the speaker. I mean, we're not gonna get all elaborate, so I hope that you guys can hear it just from there. I think it's like, what, 50 something seconds at maximum, or max. Okay. All right. Yeah, guys, okay. And then I'll have to make sure I timestamp this in the description box or in the comments, guys, on when I get started in the reading, just so that people who come in, to watch the restream, can skip right on forward to it. So hold on, guys, here. So these are the decks I'm going to use, all right? Uh-oh, can we see this or not? Hold on. Ah. Okay, hold on. Did I move it? I didn't. Hold on. All right. I will be using these decks, okay? And I'm going to play the clip in just a moment here. All right, guys. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, I think I should warn everybody that in case I'm sure a lot are maybe not familiar with this case on my channel, but I do want to at least warn everybody who's going to listen in here that the clip here that we're going to play, which is only a couple 50 something seconds or 60 seconds, is a little disturbing. At least it is to me. And usually I only cover like higher vibrational topics here on the channel. So it does have me under a little distress. I'm honest about it. But, all right. So we're going to play the 56-second clip, and then we're going to go into my thoughts. Not my thoughts. We're going to go into the two glimpse experiences that I received from Gannon, and then my insights, and then I'll pull the cards, okay? Let's go. So we'll start with this, okay? So hopefully you can hear this best we can. Okay, and like I said, it is disturbing. It is. To me, it is. Okay.
asked you. I'm just freaked out, okay? Are you sure you didn't do it on purpose? He did it. Okay, promise. He promised. On purpose. Pinky promise. Okay, alright, so, listen. We're gonna have to sell stuff to fix it. Okay? So, we figure out what we're gonna sell. We can sell the sofa. We can sell whatever. Because we gotta get it fixed up, lady. Don't be mad at us and kick us out of the house. Okay? You got it?
All right, I'm gonna play it one more time, guys. Not to make us feel disturbed, but hold on a second here.
Looks empty, which is strange to me, but listen in.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, it hurts my entire soul to hear it though. Well, now let me ask you guys: were you able to hear that or not? Were you able to hear it? It's no in the what? Were you able to hear it or no? I know I don't have an extra, I do have an extra speaker, but I don't want to get all that right now. That's not what I want to do. Oh, I'm going to play it again right now. I want to know if you guys were able to hear, I guess, the gist of it. Okay, I'm going to play it one more time. Okay, it's not very long. Not really too loud. Were you able to hear the 56-second clip or no? Were you able to hear it or no, guys? Let me know. No? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me try one more option. Hold on. Let me try one more option, guys. If you didn't hear it, it was high pitch. Okay. Well, it is a bad audio because the actual clip itself is not high quality audio. I'm going to play it again, but the actual real clip that we do have isn't a high quality audio. And there is background noise in the audio too. So let me see if this one more thing might help enhance it. I don't know. Hold on. This is the last option. All right. Okay, guys. Here, let's try this. I'm out of breath. I went upstairs to my other office. I'm out of breath now. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see if this works. This one should, but still. Now I'm out of breath for real. All right. First, let me make sure you guys can hear me before I play that again. I put a speaker in. Can you hear me with the speaker? Hello. Can you hear me? Or not? Yes, no, maybe so. Oh my God. And I am out of breath, so bear with me. Hi, little Laura Happy Dance. How are you? All right, guys. Okay. So you can hear me here? Okay. Well, let's just see if this comes through clear. If it doesn't, guys, that's the best I can do, okay? Here we go. Breathe again. And it's good to see you too. Yay. And I'm pretty sure I have it on the max volume. Serving. All right, here we go. Guys, let me cool down first because my own energy is really hot. All right. I might turn the light down in a minute, okay? All right, it's only 56 seconds. All right, here we go. It's the best we're gonna get at this moment, but it'll have to work, okay?
Well, devastating. Initially, I can't lie when the TSE information. Gannon, this is the last time I want to ask you. I'm just out, okay? Are you sure you didn't do it on purpose? I did it. Okay, promise. You promise. Perfect. Pinky promise. Okay, all right, so listen. We're going to have to sell stuff to fix it. Okay, so we figure out what we're going to sell. We can sell the sofa. We can sell whatever, because we got to get it fixed so the lady don't be mad at us and kick us out of the house. Okay? You got it?
I think my head's gonna explode too. Okay. All right. I can continue with this speaker here, or I can take it back out. Let me know if you actually can hear me, like not the audio, but me clearer with this speaker plugs in, or is it pretty much the same with or without it when you hear me speak? And then pretty much the same. Was it the same when you guys heard me speak before without it or with it? I mean, I prefer it not in my way, but if it's clearer or better, I'll use this speaker here since I already have it plugged up. But all right, I'm gonna undo it then. Just I don't really want it in here for my own. Yeah, now same guys or not same? Same. It's not plugged in. Same. All right. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Was it the same? Okay, good. It's in my way a little bit, and I still have the volume the highest, so that's what matters. It was just the yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, okay, so just to give you guys a little piece of background, because I've never talked about it here publicly at all. But so the first clip, the first glimpse into Gannon that I received, now this was not recently, it was probably a while back, but just to get everybody kind of up to speed, just with the 2 glimpses, okay? I'm gonna kind of not really rush through those 2 glimpses, but I want to get to this and then the other parts, okay? The first experience that I experienced was Gannon getting into a vehicle. Okay. Now, this is an experience that I experienced as Gannon. He's someone who communicates very much so with emotions. He's very empathic. He's also very emotive as a person. Of course, I don't know him. And when he reveals, at least how I'm picking up his energy, it's very experiential. So when I'm receiving information, it's as though I'm experiencing it as him himself, which is more traumatic, at least for me, if that makes sense. So the first experience was me being tapped in to Gannon, and he was getting into a car. Now, he was already into the car from when I got the glimpse, okay? So I did not see him get into the car, but I would imagine that he got in there pretty much on his own, given his state of being, okay? He was coherent in the car. He could have been medicated because I feel like, there's a possible like drowsiness or lack of full awareness, but he was aware at that point, okay? As he's in the car, I'm not sure what kind of car it is because I'm just seeing the pieces as I'm shown them and experiencing them. And the car door slams, okay? The car door slams. Not on his body, of course, but the car door does slam. And but he is, to some degree, upright to some level in that car or vehicle, the vehicle. Now, the first experience, when I received the experience, I immediately pretty much shut it down because I don't typically allow my own auric field to be open or penetrated without my own, choice, without me giving consent. Unless my spirit guides or unless the person, unless my spirit guides allow that situation to penetrate my experience, my auric field, then I trust that experience. So I did not go seeking out the information. I did not go seeking to tap into the auric fields and the energetics of the person. I didn't request it. That was what took place on its own, okay? So that was the first experience. The car door did slam. It was the left side. I know for sure it was the left side. And it was a hard slam. Again, the door did not hit him though. So it's just, when you slam a door, but it was slightly aggressive. But so in that first experience, I shut down the information because it was very petrifying. And yes, I know it sounds very silly that like a door closing on somebody couldn't be that petrifying. But again, because I'm being tapped into the person themselves in whatever experience is going down, I'm picking up and reading that person's emotions and their state of mind, and it was extremely petrifying, to the point where I shot my body up into a complete panic. My heart was palpitating, and I had to take a break, like calm my own self down. And it was pretty, intense. Now, of course, since I had shut down the experience itself, I wasn't going to get access to more of that experience because I had quickly shut it down. So just to give people some context a little bit about that, okay? Hey, Shell, how are you? Good to see you. Where's my phone at? I'm gonna make Shell a moderator. Hold on. All right. And this is an intense experience for me to share. So I apologize if how I'm sharing this is intense. It is intense. It is intense. All right. All right. Are we here, guys? All right. All right, we're good. All right. Breathe. So, sorry. Does that make sense so far? I just want to make sure because I've never covered a case where it's in real time. I know we've covered a lot of deceased loved ones here. We've covered some crazy, interesting things, but I just want to check in with everybody, all right? Hey, Cat Ma'am, how are you? Yay. Shell N, I made you a moderator. I did, okay? Hopefully you're okay with that. Hopefully. Hey, see my tutu. Yay. Hi, Valerie. I'm sorry I missed everybody. I was just in the moment, in the zone. Hi, Valerie, Andrew. Happy Lux. Hi, Sandra Misher. Hi, Riley again. And all right, Purple Orchard. Orchard? Yeah, Orchard. Okay. Nebraska Archie. Hi. All right. All right. Let me continue. All right. So that was the first experience into whatever was happening. Again, I don't know exactly when that timeline was taking place, but I know that was at one point what he was experiencing. The second glimpse that I was, again, tapped into, I did not go seek out the information. I was literally tapped in there. And the second experience was, this one is difficult to say, but I'm going to say it because I have to. The second experience is it's just instantaneously where I am being pulled and dragged backward, okay? I'm on my stomach, like on my chest and belly area, and I'm being dragged like this, backward. Gannon is being dragged backward. I know that he's being dragged backward by his feet or by his ankles. I don't think it's his legs or his like torso because he's a shorter child, and the way I feel the angle of my body as I'm on the floor like this, I feel like my hands on the gravel on the ground, and I feel the angle of like how much my body would feel if I'm him, like how much he'd be being dragged backward, like the angle of it. And so it had to be somebody holding him just by the feet or by the ankles. It couldn't have been further up. And as he's being dragged this way backward, I feel it, and he's like screaming, no. And he's very petrified and very scared in this experience, as I was in the experience. As he's on the floor, on the gravel, it's gravel. I know it's gravel because I'm witnessing it through his experience. And so, whatever he was last in this position or in this moment, whatever he was last experiencing is what I'm able to see in that moment. And so I can feel the gravel and the rocks, some rocks, but like small rocks, mostly gravel, but rocks too. And so I could see that part because that's how it's coming through. That's what's happening in this moment here. He's not grabbing onto things like to hold, not like that, but he's just, that's it. And it feels like it happened so fast. Again, I don't know how he got onto his stomach. I didn't get to see that part. I was only like zapped in at the point where he's being pulled. All right. When he's being pulled, it feels like it's not dark out yet. It doesn't feel like it's dark. Now, again, I don't know what day this took place on. I don't know if this is the day he went missing or if it's a different day. I really don't know. I'm only sharing like the pieces that I do feel certain with what happened. I look around from whatever's visible in that experience, and all I can see is like the color of the gravel and the rocks, and they look like a orangish red color. And the sky just looks like how there's like cloudy white days, like that's what it looks like. At least that's what I remember looking in that experience. I also do see some bigger rocks, jagged looking color, jagged but bigger type rocks too, like flagstone rocks. And I only know flagstone because maybe it's not really called flagstone, but I remember like when I know what flagstone is because like when you get like pulling concrete, I know what that is, but it had that like somewhat effect to it. And another part in that experience, maybe it was prior to him being pulled. It could have been like, because I've been trying to come back to that moment and see what other clues I can get, and I sense that it was an area very, very open where it could be echoed. That's the most I can like pick up about that location's experience. There could have been like an echoing, not a full echo, but a place where it could have been like possibly echo. That's from that second glimpse. That's what I gather. And it could also be on a higher peaker position. So I don't know Colorado very well. I've never even been there. But from the vision and the experience, it looks like it could have been like an open space, but like where it could echo. If that makes any sense. I don't want to. It's possible it could be like a canyon type element to it, but I don't know. So I'm not sure. But the rocks were an orangish red color. I know that for sure. And I think he was being pulled by a male person. Can't confirm it 100%, but I do sense a male energy. I know energy work very, very well. I can always sense female energy and male energy. And I do sense a male energy pulling him. And I don't sense anybody else there but him and other energy, the male energy, when he's being pulled. And I feel like he was tricked and lured to whatever is going down, because it feels like when you're lured, you know what that means? Like when someone lures you somewhere and you're under a false pretense, that's what it feels like. All right. Sorry, let's see here. Yeah, the rocks were pretty good size, large. Well, yes. Okay. So the rocks that I could see that looked like maybe like a canyon type were bigger ones, of course. Yeah, bigger rocks. Yeah, bigger ones. I've never been there, so I have no idea what it looks like there. Cat ma'am. I don't know if they were tall. Okay, so the ones that I can see in the background were, I guess tall. They just look big, like mountainish, but rock form. And the ones where he was at when I see him looks like a big enough size rock. Like, so imagine like those bean bags. I don't know. I'm trying to give like dimensions here. Bigger than a bean bag type rocks. That makes sense or not? All I know is that there was echoing. Who's my voice is echoing? Whose voice is that? My voice is echoing now? My voice is echoing? Oh my God. That's scary. Okay. All right. All right, here. Okay, so okay. Well, I don't know if I'm echoing or not, but I know that in the experience, he wasn't echoing in that moment, but it looked, based on, me as an adult, if I could see whatever is being shown, I would imagine that it could have echoed. That's all I wanted to say about that, okay? All right. Someone here is saying Garden of the Gods. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm familiar only because that's where they said he went on a hike with his stepmom, which is already another bizarre piece to that. And be hard to kind of backtrack and explain the whole story. But there are some great channels that I can try to make sure I place in the description here that have covered it entirely, immensely, and respectfully. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So the next part that I wanted to share about it was okay. Now, this may or may not make sense because I don't know if it does, but I like to still share whatever does come through, even if it doesn't make any sense at all. This name kept coming through. Okay, so besides the whole canyon piece and the echoing piece, that was another piece that came through. Additionally, what has come through just the other day, the word or the name, but the word like Jodi, Jodi. I don't know what that means. It could be nothing, but it continued to present itself a lot. So I might as well just say it because I don't know what that means. I don't know anybody by that name, or maybe it's a code word. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Now, as far as what the law enforcement has shown, or what law enforcement has, wherever they're currently looking at, which they showed like a glimpse, of where they're looking at. I personally don't feel that he is there. Okay, I want to still have hope and positivity, but there's a possibility. There's clues there. Okay, but I don't feel that Gannon is there at all. I just don't. I didn't feel that immediately. What days ago when they had said they were searching there, I was happy and excited they're looking at that spot, but I also immediately knew that he wasn't there at all. It was very concrete for me. I don't know. So, but because what they showed on the screen, they were digging through the snow there, and it was like a winding road there. Now there could be clues there, absolutely. Yes, but I don't think he's there. But clues are still good because we need some things to keep placing this together. We do. Now, when I tried to tap into that location, the search efforts, the current search efforts, like that area with the winding road there, what I came up with intuitively and psychically was that could have been an area where there was an exchange made of some kind. I don't know what kind of exchange. There could have been an exchange that was made at that place or that position, because there is energy there, but like it was brief. It wasn't lingering. Okay. So there could be clues there, but but that's the extent of it. Now we still need all the clues, right? Because we need all the clues. Now, speaking of energies and location sites, I have to say that this entire case, but when it comes to his location, let me start with one piece at a time. Let me take this in chunks. When it comes to the location energies, it is very, very scattered. What I mean by that is that there's many places where energy exists on where the experience and the people who are involved have either contemplated or drove around before the process took place, after, during, I don't know. So I need to say that because that's a problem. Well, it's a problem for people who are going to tap into the energies, okay? Like psychic mediums or readers or messengers, because it dilutes the energy, and it also it's not concentrated. Does that make sense? Now, I don't know if they did that on purpose. They could have, or it could have just been like, that's a lucky break for the people who did this. No, I don't know. Either way, there's various locations of energies, whether on purpose or not. That part, I'm not sure. If it was, well, I'll explain further about my thoughts about that, but there's various energies, locations of energies, and that's a problem for like probably law enforcement and for anybody else who's going to try to help in and tap into the energies, because it's going to be less concentrated. Like on a typical situation or scenario, not that crimes are typical, but typically it's like A, B, C. And in this situation, for whatever reason, which I will kind of go into a little bit more, it's not that simple. All right, now. The next part I want to say, the person, let me start with the stepmom. They either, and I'm going to be as respectful and as delicate as I possibly can with also bringing the truth right here. The person, the stepmom, let me just, to some degree, either pre-planned or pre-considered this. Okay, let me repeat that. The stepmom, to some degree, either pre-planned or pre-considered following through on this version of it or that version of it or this version of it or whatever. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Let me just pause here. Does that make sense? And I'm getting very warm. All right, guys. So, all right. So, various energies on various locations, which leads me to believe that either A, he has, first, before I go there, hold on, I believe that there's a high probability that the person, the two people involved, at least I know there's for sure, besides Gannon, there's two people involved, the stepmother and then another male. And I know there's another male because it continues to reveal itself to me. Now, they either considered various locations, and so wherever they were considering before or during the experience is going to still have a lingering energy, which is why there's lingering energy in various places, okay? And when it comes to the stepmom, I feel 100% sure this person pre-considered. That's the best way to say it. I don't want to say pre-planned but I want to say pre-considered several scenarios prior to this experience. Okay, does that make sense? They pre-considered Doesn't mean they were going to completely follow through with it in their mind, but you know when you're thinking about doing something and you don't completely decide 100% in yourself, I will or won't do it, but you're thinking about it in advance before the day of the event, at least a month, maybe more. I can tell the person pre-considered this for a while. I don't know how long, but not too long, but long enough where I can feel that lingering energy of the person, and they pre-considered what they would do, how they would do it. But in the pre-considering, there was various scenarios this person played out in their mind of what they would or wouldn't do, and that lingering energy is still lingering, which is why I can still see it. Does that make sense, guys? Guys, what's going on? What's happening, guys? Come on. What is going on? Are you serious? Jen B, can you let me know what's going on? Are you having a... What's going on, guys? I'm really I'm not understanding what's going on here. I want to pause here for a minute here. I'm very confused of what's happening. Hold on, guys, pause. That's so weird. Jen B, are you okay? Sweetie, what's going on? Well, hold on. That's odd to me. I don't know what's happening, guys. Hold on. Let me go into my yeah, I will. I don't know why that's happening. So hold on, guys. That's bizarre to me. We'll have to work that part out later, and you can remove those. I don't know why that's happening. So hold on. That's so disruptive at this moment. There could be just a mistake. Maybe the person's hitting buttons. I'm not sure. I can contact them later. Figure this out. I don't know why that's happening. It's very disruptive, though. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It's very weird. All right, I removed that for now. All right, I removed all that, guys. And hopefully there's a valid reason later about all that. I have no idea what could be happening. It could be just, it could, So I apologize for that. I'm not sure exactly what was going on with that. Okay, I don't know. I did message the person. All right, well, thank you, Shell, and everyone else who helped me with that. So hopefully we unhid those people by accident. Were they all unhidden? I feel so bad that they were accidentally hidden, and I don't know how that. I don't know. It's just so confusing to me. I've never seen that ever. That's quite bizarre. Are they all back, guys? I'm just hoping that there was no problems. Okay. I can see you, Tanamera, and I see Riley. I don't know who else was. Can we double? Can one of my moderators just double check people who were possibly hidden by mistake? Or I'm gonna have to assume it's a mistake for now until I get clarity from the person. I hope. Jane Doe, are you here? That was just a little crazy. That was quite odd. Yeah. Can we, and is there a way to like unremove them? I think a lot. There was also some messages that were. Oh, and how about N Love? Are you back, N Love, or not? And I feel so bad. The comments got, I guess, not deleted. Oh yeah, I guess deleted. I don't know how they can come back or not. That was quite bizarre. That was just weird. So weird. I don't know. All right. Well. All right. Well. I don't know. We'll have to see. What about yeah, I can see you, Empress. And is Unlove here? Did we see her? Okay, we do see her. Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I really don't. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, that was so weird. So weird. I don't know. I don't have the answers, guys. That was the weirdest thing ever. All right. All right. Yeah, I had to remove that person as a mod because I didn't want you know, thankfully I was looking up when that happened or toward the end of whatever was going down here. I don't know. Thank you, Shell N, and thank you, Genzi, and thank you whomever else was helping catch all those things. And I'm sorry for those who were either the messages deleted or timed out or hidden. I certainly don't know what happened there. Apologize. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Are we all here? Are we all back? Are we all here? I don't know what would happen. I really don't. I'm disappointed. I'm hoping there's a legitimate reason. That was just bizarre, beyond bizarre, possibly beyond bizarre. Sorry. I'm just trying to go back and just. I feel bad that all those messages were removed because they weren't even bad ones. Like they were just being said, oh, so they were hiding the body, they were moving the body. Like there was nothing really wrong with the messages that they were all talking about. So I'm just so confused. So confused about that. D90, can you stop that? I will time you out. Okay. That was just bizarre. Are you serious, guys? Has that person's name came up having problems? I don't know. I don't go to a lot of people's chats and channels, guys, so I don't know how that could have happened. Really, I don't know. So I'm confused. Has anybody else seen that before besides Jane Doe? I don't want to just take one person's word for it. Has anybody else seen that? You know? Anybody else? I just want to know if anybody else has seen that take place, other people's channels. That way I can be extra aware of that. That's all, guys. You guys have seen that happen other places? For real? Really? It's just the most weird thing I've ever seen in my life. All right. All right. What? For real? All right. I had no idea, guys. I really. So weird. Okay, well, that person has been unmodded until they want to talk to me and explain. That way we can be fair here, okay? Hacked. All right, guys. Okay, so all right. Okay, so I think one of the reasons why the energies, the location, there's so many possible, not for me possible locations, but there may be so many clues or like energies that are going to be existing various site locations, possibly because they considered all of these locations at one point with real thought. So does that make sense? So if they're going to be considering heavily with their energy, whoever is, considering this, whatever they're going to do, their energy in that location will linger. That's how energy does work. Okay. So if other people get insight into a location and it's not a location, it doesn't mean they're wrong. It could mean that they actually contemplated that site location, or it could also mean that there was some type of something happening at that location too. But because I feel in this case scenario, a lot of scattered energy, I'm gonna bet that the person contemplated several locations. That's why I feel they highly pre-considered. I'm not gonna say to a full degree of pre-planned, although that's very possible, but I'm gonna very much so say they pre-considered. So, when you go through your mind about something else, nothing like this. Do I want to do this or do I not want to do that? And you think it through a lot, but you're not 100% on if you will take it forward. And then if you do take it forward, then you have like, okay, if I decide I want to do this, then I'll either do it like this or like this or like that. So that is why there is so much scattered energy in this person and in the locations, because they really pre-considered in their mental element how they would possibly play out various scenarios. So that's kind of scary, okay? All right. Yes, it is a they, but it is a they. So, but the method of so I think what I was saying was the best way I said it, the best respectful way that could be possibly said, that the person, the stepmom, absolutely pre-considered. Again, I'm not going to fully say pre-planned because I want to be a little bit respectful here as best I possibly can given the situation. But this person mentally contemplated not a gazillion, but like several scenarios, not like 1, 2, or 3. This person considered several avenues of what they would do, how they would do it, and where they would do it at. That is what's scattering the energy, guys. Does that make sense? So when somebody is pre-considering how they would do it, first of all, what they would do, how they would do it, and then where they would do it at, or the completion of that. That's a lot of contemplation. That's a lot of pre-considering, okay? That energy will linger in that experience, that in that auric field. That's going to linger. And that's exactly what I'm picking up 100%. Yes. And so if any other persons or psychics or readers are picking up various places, I want to at least let people know this person pre-considered various outlets, manners, and processes of what and how it would be done. Okay, several, like, and they held intention with the process too. Like they really held intention. They did, because it wouldn't linger this much. If this was just random at the split moment, there wouldn't be this many possibilities of lingering energy, because what I'm feeling is a pre-considering of what will I do it? If I do it, how will I do it? And then if I do it and how will I do it, where will I do it at? That is so many steps. That is not an experience where someone is just reacting. No, it's not. No, it isn't. And so I have to be the voice and articulate that as respectful as that can be articulated. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? I mean, I'm doing my best to handle this as as respectful as this statements can be made. All right. Now, yes, guys, that makes sense what I'm trying to articulate as best I can. Okay. Thanks, guys. The next part that I want to share is that there was some type of agreement, contract, or negotiation that was made between her and this other male person. Okay. As I tried to tap in deeper to that agreement, the contract, and not a paper contract, but an agreement or negotiation, there was an agreement of some kind between the stepmom and this unidentified male person. And the agreement or the contract, the negotiation did involve money, but not physically an exchange of money. You hear me, guys? I don't see a physical exchange of cash, but money is still at play. So could there have been, because I'm using my psychic energy to tap in, could there have been debts owed of some kind? And I just have like the most goosebumps on my body. Could there have been some type of debts owed by the stepmom? And as one of the last resorts, I would imagine as a last resort, because I can't imagine anybody doing it as a first resort. That would just, my mind can't even go there. Of repayment of debts of some kind. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, guys, are you guys here? What happened? What happened, guys? Are we good guys or not? Okay. Thank you, Riley. I don't think that she paid someone to do it for her. That's not how I feel the exchange of money, not an exchange of money. I don't even feel there's a cash exchange. I don't feel, no, but I do feel there's a financial exchange that would like equivocate, be equivalent to money. And maybe in the future, money can result physical cash, but I don't feel at this point there's any physical money exchange at this point. I do not feel that yet. It could come through. At this point, there is like an agreement that is made. And I don't think she's not paying anybody. They're paying her, if anything, or she's paying off a debt of some kind at this point. That's what comes through for me. Thank you, like literally, Tali, thank you. Um, I'm not quite sure if there's any there's a relationship between her and this male, but I don't initially get the sense that it is like boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't. But they know each other. They do know, there is a knowingness, like a familiarity, and this person could have like connections, but now what throws me off again about either the male is that there was again contemplation of possible scenarios, which is what is just upsetting to me, because if there was less contemplation of possible ways to do something, then it would not be so scattered with the energy. And so it kind of angers me, because it shouldn't come through scattered. It should not come through scattered this way. It shouldn't, but it is. So it's a so I have to give all the possibilities of the scenarios with this male, because either he thought through other things or she and him just discussed possibilities. I don't know. But there's a possibility that he could be in some type of like okay, so I do feel that he has a higher position than her. I don't know to what level, to what extent, and what that really means, like hierarchy level. I don't know. I also, there's a possibility there was some type of like, and I don't even want to say this because this could be a little too much for people, including, it's a possibility there was either discussion of it or it could have taken place. I don't know. Some type of, it could have been, again, we don't know, where, hold on guys, we're good still? I gotta check in, guys. There could have been where there was some kind of like, oh, what is it called? There's a word for it. Hold on, there's a word for it. There's a proper word for it. I mean, I had the right word right now, but like Freemason, Masonic lodges type situation, guys. I know that might be far-fetched for some people, but it's not far-fetched for me. So I gotta call it out and say what comes through. There could have been something ritualistic going down where that's one avenue. Like I said, whomever contemplated, well, her and the other person, they contemplated this in several possibilities, which is why the energy is scattered in possible scenarios, but that energy still lingers, and that's why I can pick up on those pieces. And one of those contemplations, which again, one of them could be the way it went down, but I don't know yet. We don't know at this point. But there could have been some kind of like Freemason or Masonic experience or ritual. I don't know, okay? Yes, another possibility is that he was sold, but if he was sold to anybody, that was planned. You know what I'm saying? They can pretend and make it appear as though it's not planned, but yeah. And I do know that Gannon does have like wounds, or he was hurt, like definitely on the left side of his body, on like by his ear or head, and like by his either like his left lung or his left stomach area. I'm not sure, but I definitely get the sense that that was earlier on. That's not recent, but I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning. The car door was earlier on at this point, you know. Again, the current search effort locations, they may find clues. I do not believe they're going to find a body there. I didn't feel that when I saw the location. I didn't feel that. But again, there could have been an exchange that was made there at that location, and there could be clues there, right? There's possibility of that. And I definitely don't feel this was an accident. I know that sounds intense, but I do believe that I don't know. There's a possibility that she was trying to aim for an accident, and then the accident could have, like, where, you know, where you plan an accident, okay, and then it doesn't go as planned for whatever, I don't know, for whatever reason, and then like plan B, right? I don't know. And that's why a lot of the energy might be scattered. I'm not sure. I don't think the person would be that, not the person, but to be able to scatter the energy that much and intentionally scatter it, I don't think that would be a very highly sophisticated person. I would say at the highest levels, that'd have to be somebody very into energy, and I don't think that's the case unless whomever this male person is into Freemasonry, and then that person may know about energies and may have helped her be more clever in whatever's going down, because it is a puzzle that is a bizarre puzzle, but it's a puzzle with a clever puzzle that somebody had to consider. And yes, and I don't think that she's that intelligent enough to really completely mastermind this. However, she is clever enough, absolutely. Now, whomever the other person is clever and is well versed in I don't know what, or has information or connections with other information that would have helped that person know what to do, if that makes sense. So, and you know, putting that together combined is going to absolutely be like a goose chase, looking and looking and looking and looking in all these random places, coming up with small little clues, almost like it's on purpose. I completely feel deliberate here. I just look wherever I want to look, guys. It's just my way of doing things. That's it. Did I miss? Let me check the chat, make sure that we're all together here. What does the male look like? I don't know what he looks like. But because what I can sense is this person's um, energy, and this person is well guarded, but a sophisticated guarded. That makes sense or not? So I'm usually able to tap into energies really, really, really good. And this male person is sophisticated, maybe even in energy work. Now, he may never say that publicly, because a lot of people who do that don't actually verbally or publicly talk about that. So we may or may not ever know about that, but I can sense that there is some level of, sophistication when it comes to that, if that makes sense, guys. Okay? Does that make sense, guys, or not? Good. Okay. Let me see here. Daniel says maybe she doesn't know him. And she didn't oversee the interaction whoever took Gannon. And it's a possibility, but I feel that she would have organized the process. If he were to have been abducted, she would have been the one to organize it, if that is a possibility, which is a possibility. Um, um, I personally, I don't know exactly about that, so I'm not sure. Might not say that one. I don't know. Yeah, sorry guys. Yes, I agree, Hannah Mara. I think that she had to have known, or the person, the male. I think the male, possibly her too, but the male had to have known how to like jam like the psychic insights. I definitely think that. It's so scattered. It's almost like it's not a fun game. This is not supposed to be a game. It's not supposed to be a game. And it's wrong. So wrong. And that's the only reason why I'm even participating in this. I only want justice for this little boy, and I just feel this is wrong. Yeah. So let me go back to Gannon here. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I hope that makes sense of why um some of the energies may be scattered on this case. The location energy, the stepmom's energy, and this male's energy. Very, very, I don't think that she's sophisticated, but she is clever enough. And she contemplated. So let's just even remove the male for just a moment here, okay? Like I began that earlier segment on the stepmom. She's clever enough to know. Well, she's clever enough just in her own right, okay? Now, let's assume she's not even clever. Let's just say it was just haphazardly. She had pre-considered this in various formats of how she would play this out to so much degree that that energy is lingering, okay? And because she had pre-considered various formats of how she would do it, what she would do, and what and where she would go with this, is why there's so much energy in this experience, even aside from this male. Okay, now you add in the male here, and now you bring a whole other level of puzzles. You know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate. Really, it is. And I feel like we're on this goose chase, and it's wrong. It's completely wrong. It's completely wrong. Okay, so, whew, guys, I got really, really, really hot and warm. I will pull some cards now. All right, guys. Yeah, we're doing that now. Okay. And I was gonna pull a lot of extra cards and all the decks, but I was rambling too much about the information that I had received. So, you know, so I don't want to spend. So what I may do is a part 2, like another day or something, because I went so much on this, and I don't know. I'm feeling drained already. I do feel drained. So maybe I'll just let me think about how I'm gonna pull just a couple of cards, because I am feeling tired and drained. It took a lot out of me emotionally, and so I may have to do a part 2. I didn't even want to do a part 2. I wanted to like just do one, but I may have to. I'm not sure. It's hot. it's so hot. So warm here. All right, let me see what I'm gonna do. You know what? I may just let's do this one. I may only use just like I can't even use the decks. It's just too much right now. And my body just feels so tense. So I don't want to be on. I don't want to be live for much longer already. I don't. I don't even usually cover cases at all. It's just like something I try not. I don't even want to do. But I just feel this is like a puzzle that needs a lot of extra attention and help. I just feel it's a maze, a puzzle maze of some kind, and it's wrong. It is definitely wrong. I'm so hot. My whole body's burning up. Burning. All right. We're just going to pull a couple of cards. Okay. Hold on. I have to be patient, guys. Oh, my neck is cracking. I'll look at them in a minute. Okay. Okay, cards here. Guys, I have to be patient with the energies as well. I cannot force them and the cards to come out. I just cannot do that. I have to be patient with it, so bear with me. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Can you guys see these cards or not? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we have the Tranquility card. Tranquility when it comes to the place, whether it's a park, an open space, surrounded by earth and nature. Okay. We have the Celebration card. And this card, or versions of this card, have came out when I've just done readings on him on my own without the camera and other decks. Okay. And I've been perplexed by the Celebration card with even my other decks. I'm going to get clarity on here. Okay. The Confidence card. I feel that he trusted the people, the person. Okay. The Celebration card could be referring to it could be referring to his natural spirit, a very jolly, happy child, you know? And aside from that, just in general, my other decks, the Celebration card has came out, which I find a little perplexing when looking for location or for the experience. But I mean, I have to trust that's his energy, his energy. Okay. I may do a part 2 on it because I'm feeling my energy drained from the discussion of what I was sharing, but I want to still honor my word and pull cards on Gannon. Okay. And when I shuffle, I notice a couple of things. The energy is very like stubborn, okay? which indicates to me that there is hiding of the energies, okay? Not by spirit, but by the situation at hand, okay? I feel like this person, the guy, could have been involved in some kind of like occult activity. I really do. There's a mysteriousness that I can pick up right now in this person. That part is undeniable. I can sense that right now. So he may be able to hide behind some energies, but not all of them. So he may be slick to some level, but not completely. But slick enough to have us on this hunt, but nope. Okay, guys. I definitely don't like this guy, the male. I really do feel, and I'm starting to really get really sweaty, but I definitely think this person, the male, is involved in occult activity. Yes, it could be Freemason, but definitely this occult. I 100% know. Yes. And that is why this is a very perplexing situation here. Like, I'm completely tapping into the male, and he's not liking it. This is freaking me the fuck out. Try to breathe here. Oh, the person, this guy, my God, wow, he's got like an army behind him. Oh my God, okay. Wow, okay, so he's very powerful in his situation. And I feel if it is like occult situations, very, very high up on that occult spectrum. Yeah, I definitely sense that. Oh, definitely manipulating the energies. Absolutely. This is, it's scaring me because the person's very powerful. It has so many connections. They've done everything possible to not be found out. I'm gonna keep going, guys. Hold on. This is bad, very bad. Wow. Guys, this is so bad, okay? All right. This is somebody with very, very high up connections, powerful connections, but oh God. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know. I feel this person is very into energy work of some kind, but behind the scenes. So you wouldn't know he would be into energy work by knowing him. No, you wouldn't. This person is into very, what I would call negative and dark energy. Yep. Energy that I don't even play with. Absolutely not. I don't even play on that level. And that's probably why I'm petrified right now. I'm petrified. I'm petrified. I'm petrified. Oh God. Hello. Oh. Let me just keep reading, guys. Okay, just keep reading here. Oh God. Let me pray here. I feel as though there's some kind of connection to like a Freemason and occult. There's a very big connection to a very, what they would call like a powerful energy. I would call that sacrificial, negative, or ritualistic energy that I don't even play. I don't even like to enter those experiences, not even oracally, okay? Because it's very detrimental to my own auric field, and I will protect myself even during this process here. Absolutely, I'm going to protect myself. So there is some magic going on here in a very negative I would consider, from my spirit, a negative magic. Okay, I would consider it a negative magic. I would not consider it anything, positive at all. Okay. There is some, and whatever they were doing, I wonder if this person worked on him before. Did he know him, and did he work on this? Did the male work on him before, from both a distance, and he had to have seen him, touched him, experienced him at one point prior to this moment of having him or being part of this? Okay. I feel a mind-body connection between, whatever was taking place. And there's a very negative black magic occult energy, negative energy. From like, a higher position where they maybe, I don't know what they were doing. I really don't know what they're doing, but a very sophisticated level of like magic taking place. And that's why this is difficult to solve. Absolutely. That's why this is a big puzzle, because they're very well versed in whatever they're doing. All right. This doesn't look good because they have control, and they know they have control, and they're watching from a distance. They know they have control over the scenario. They know they have complete control at this time, and they're not surrendering that control. No, they're not. No, they're not. They feel they have their tracks completely covered. They're very confident in this situation. Manipulative, calculating, very intentional, extremely intentional, deliberate calculation when it comes to the magic element here. This is not looking good. Some kind of binding of energetics with Gannon and whomever else. All right, guys? A binding of energetics. Again, my head is going to explode again. I keep feeling the pressure in my head like wanting to explode. I may have to stop, guys. I may have to. It's quite a bit for me. I gotta focus on this one again. Yeah, there is some symbolism going down. There is some symbolism. So we need to continue to search for the symbolism. And I don't mean by signs like here, and there. I mean like codes. There is symbolism and codes going down. Mm. This is just not good. Oh God, this is not good. This is very, very not good. Sorry, but there was some kind of a binding of energetics and souls. Okay, that's why I know this situation here has an element of magic to it, which is why this is a difficult case. Absolutely, I can see why. They're masterminds in the occult, whomever this man is. I don't know who he is at all. Okay, but he knows exactly what he's doing. This is not his first rodeo. No, it isn't. And he's gotten away with it before. I don't know who it is. I do not know. I don't know. But they're very confident in the situation, the process, and I don't know. But I'm going to have to end the stream here at this because I'm feeling like I need to stop, guys. Okay. I may consider doing a part 2. All right, guys. But I need to sage myself, my auric field. All right, guys. I need to sage myself, my auric field, and take a break. It's been a long stream. I did this only for Gannon. I will consider doing a part 2 and see what comes through. But I need to protect myself because this person knows exactly what I'm doing right now, and they do not like it. Okay, guys. They know exactly what I'm doing right now. They know my pure soul, and I'm gonna have to protect myself. So I'm gonna have to take a break, end the stream, guys. All right. So thank you guys for supporting, and I'll come back on another time. Okay, guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'm hot. Okay. I'm gonna sage, get some rest, try to digress and listen, but also not think too much about it because it's very scary based on my own, energetic signature. Doesn't feel good at all. It does not feel good, guys. It feels very icky. And the person, whomever this person is, they know exactly they know what I'm doing right now, and I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna take a break. Okay, I'll come back on another time, maybe in the next day or so. Okay, but I really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Yes. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. make sure you hit subscribe and give me a thumbs up, all right? I don't know how many people we have in the chat here. Uh-oh. I can't even tell if that's like a real number. Is that a real number? I don't know. Is that a real number? Well, I never had that many people in my chat before. Thank you, Shell N, for confirming that for me. But I'm going to protect myself, guys. I'm going to take a break, all right? It was a lot going on for me right now. And so it was just intense, very, very intense, very scary for Gannon, even scary for myself after doing the reading, because the person works energetically, but not on the right plane. You know what I'm saying, guys? They work on a different plane, one that I don't work on, which is why I don't even do true crime, but I didn't expect for this to take place. I didn't expect for this to take place at all. I did not. I didn't. I did not. But I'm able to penetrate if my spirit guides allowed me to, and I was able to get closer and closer, and they didn't like that. They didn't like that I was getting too close, and I'm going to just, you know, back off and protect myself. Okay, guys? That's it. So I love you guys, okay? All right, so make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll come on again, and I'll continue on the readings, all right? Love you guys. Good night.